Got to ask you, can you golf with your current state? Okay.
Not
Do
even
you
my
golf
current
ever?
state.
Okay.
Even if I was telling
Okay.
you,
Okay.
I couldn't do it.
So who's the best golfer on the team?
I don't know who the best golfer is, but I know a couple guys that go golf. On top of my head, I can say Bill Closton, Davis, O'Leary. A lot of I see those guys golfing. I just came over here with Dono. He said he was golfing, so
Looks like he's been playing. Yeah. Cole Cabana looks like he's not as good. Donovan's been kind of clowning him on social media lately with at Top Golf, but
Hey,
great to
fun.
have you here, man. Let me ask. Let's start with this. Lamar Morgan, your position coach, has raved about your attitude, your leadership, that you've wanted to set up individual meetings with some of the incoming transfers to help them with the playbook and understand what Michigan defense is all about. How have you attacked this since, unfortunately, going down with the injury in the spring?
Like I just told one of the guys over there. At first, it was hard, like watching everybody be able to play football and not being able to do it. But after like talking to a lot of my family members and people that are close to me, it was just like I just have to make the best of what my situation is.
Mm-hmm.
When I came in as a freshman, like we all didn't know the playbook, but I had guys like Dax, Brad, and DJ help me
Right.
be able to play. I see they saw the talent that I have, and I see a lot of talent in the room. And I mean, it's good to have somebody that helps you, especially when you're trying to learn something so complicated,
Right.
playbook. And then so I just want to be able to still be impactful to this team in my own way, even if I can't be on the field doing that.
Do you still have the buffs? Like, are they in your possession?
So yeah, so
From the
got
first
sophomore,
or 2 years ago?
yeah, sophomore
okay.
year, I have those ones. We have some. That's got those.
But the legendary photo of you at the press conference is now your profile pic.
Oh yeah,
Wearing the buffs after you called game against Ohio State. You're from Clayton, Ohio. Great name, by the way. What is that like? Like, do you lay in bed at night and think about the fact that you called game against Ohio State, and like you called it after the game? You said it was the biggest game in college football, regular season history or history, whatever you want to call it. And there was so much at stake. We wouldn't be sitting here with that trophy behind us if you didn't do that.
Right, that's
you did
true.
that.
What up? I don't really sit in bed. I think I probably have a couple times though. I watched that. I remember like there's different angles. I've looked up like different angles of the play and stuff.
Yeah.
And so it's cool to see everybody cheer about it. But I'm gonna say maybe that night of and then a week later I was like, oh snap. It was kind of crazy, especially being from Ohio. And then I just went home this past weekend and saw like a lot of people that I haven't seen. And they were just talking about it. Like,
are you a villain?
It's crazy.
Right there?
No, they be like, I hate Michigan, but I'm a fan of you.
Sure. How could you not be? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got the bling.
They're all rolling through now. So for you, I mean, you guys brought in probably in part because of the injury, but you guys added a lot of new faces. I'm sorry.
Say that one more time.
I said you guys added a lot of new faces in the secondary through the transfer portal. I mean, now that you're kind of, you're working on your recovery, you're working a bit as well as sort of a coach on the field. What's it been like to kind of get those guys up to speed, and who stood out to you just in the summer workouts?
Oh, it's been pretty good. Usually in summer workouts we don't meet like that, but this year, like we had every install we would meet stuff and go over just the basics of the stuff. But the guys that came in are kind of like vets almost. So they already kind of know how to go through the playbook and learn it themselves. Like they may have questions here and there, but it's been pretty good because they already know what they're doing. They know how to play ball. Like Wes, Samir, Ricky, all them, they about to be. It's gonna be real good back there.
Lamar Morgan said, "Hey, we got some depth. We brought in some guys, as you just talked about. Because Rod may not be able to play the first half of the season. Obviously, you have a long road, but I mean, is it a goal of yours to get back on the field this year? Is that something motivating you as you kind of go through this daily grind of getting back 100%?
It's a goal for sure. I'm not really pushing for it, but
Okay.
I want to push for it. Like if I can, like if my knee and the recovery like allows me to do it, then I'll do it. But if not, then we'll see what my decision is then.
For sure. Makari is the guy coming back in that back end of the secondary at safety. What does he bring? Do you feel like he's maybe a little overlooked? People maybe don't talk about him as
all the way overlooked. A lot of the plays that I made and that he makes, like, we make because of each other. Like the chemistry, like when I first got hurt, Kari was like, he gonna miss playing with me. we've been playing together for 2 years, and it's a big thing when you have chemistry with the safety next.
Sure, right.
Because you're kind of playing off of each other. What you do. So it was just like, Kari is a real good player. Like, I mean, you see how big he is, 6'4".
Yeah.
He can move with it too, and he hits. Like Kari, he's probably one of the hardest hitters on the team. Like, he's smart too, but Kari is a problem if you actually see what he actually does. You know football, Kari. And Q too. Don't sleep on Q. Q gonna be up there too. Sure.
For sure. How big was it having him come back? I mean, it was late.
It was late because especially once I went down, it was like it's a big help now. Kari's not really out there by himself anymore.
Right.
But him coming back was a big impact. We needed that depth for sure to be able to, do what we did last year. Because safety we're the quarterback of the defense. And the more depth you have, it's the more knowledge you can have in the room. So.
Who are some of the young guys that we haven't seen a ton of that have, had good off seasons, had good spring ball into the summer?
Zeke for sure. Zeke going to impact the team this year. Yeah, you saw a little bit of J-Mac Bros last year, but he gonna come in and get his stuff. And then Jair, bro, Jair Hill, he gonna be a problem too because he didn't really get to play, but you're gonna see all of them. They're gonna emerge for sure.
See the truth. What does he bring to the table, Jair?
Bro, he's long and he's fast, secretly sneaky fast. Like you wouldn't think he's fast, and then he just know how to play corner. He's raw corner.
What's it been like working with Wink?
It's been great. He brings more of a my dog. Cool. He's so smart. Like especially when I'm sitting there with him, it's like we're kind of in the league already. He came from the league, so he knows how to. He's not doing all that extra. If you mess up, he's gonna tell you. Be real coach.
And then, for you, a lot of the guys that we talk to say that even with all the change that occurred this offseason, nothing really feels that different in the building. What's your thoughts on that? And, has Sherrod
really
added
that
a
different.
touch of his own?
It's not really that different at all. These past few years, we've had a coach-led team, and player-led team. But we have more of a player-led team, but also, Coach Moore still steps in. And is the coach that he needs to be. But it's kind of the same for real. Everybody adapts to the culture that we have already, and we just push forward. You got to make the best of your circumstance.
Last question: who's going to surprise people on this team? Maybe defense, offense, whatever you want. You mentioned Zeke earlier, Jair, but anybody else?
I say Zeke, Fred. I said not Zeke. Khalil.
Okay.
Fred on offense, Orgy for sure. And trying to think of some other receivers. Timo. Y'all seen the spurt of Timo. You only seen a little bit of what Timo.
Right.
But and then transfer linebacker. That's what I forgot to mention. Deshaun.
Yeah.
Man.
How good is he?
Bro, it was a time I'm coming down before I got hurt. I'm coming down from the post, and one of our linemen tried to come and reach block him. Bro, boom, lifted him up off his feet.
Yeah,
Cameras on.
But yeah, Jay Sean gonna be good for sure. And then we got everybody the same.
Yeah, you'll be everybody.
I can't talk so much. I can say so much.
But,
yeah, you gotta see it.
But we're gonna be impressed by the linebackers.
By the whole defense.
Flying around.
Mm-hmm.
Rod Moore, thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Rod.
Man.